the 21st century business model, why the 21st century business model, and how can one take advantage of this model and capitalize and make a fortune on this model. So now, without wasting a lot of time, let me go straight to the session. Is in front of your screens, good people. My name is Thembinkosi Dube. As I've already said, so I'm a cryptocurrency enthusiast. I'm a business accountant by profession, an entrepreneur, a network marketing professional. My favorite profession. Over the past 2 years, which is since the 2nd of July 2019 to date, I have, with my business partners in Mining City, constituted a 38 million rand sales volume in terms of the contribution towards the company's goal. So we are going to talk in detail about a company called Mining City, and Mining City being the company that we partner with in accumulating the cryptocurrencies. We are yet to talk about cryptocurrencies, what is cryptocurrencies and why cryptocurrencies, because I believe for you to be on this call, you got an invite from a person. There is a person who extended an invite to you and said that you are going to tune into a session where you are going to be educated more about cryptocurrencies, about the business of the 21st century, which is network marketing business. So that's what brings us together to this house. So now I believe that in this house, we've got accountants, we've got doctors, lawyers, we've got all people that you can think of. We've got builders, we've got gardeners, we've got domestic workers, we've got students, we've got all people from all sectors of the industry. And now what I like most about the business that I'm going to introduce you to just now is that it doesn't care, or it brings almost everyone, every person who is in the society is given an equal opportunity and an equal chance to show who they are, So meaning success in this business I'm going to introduce you to is solely dependent on you as a person. It's dependent in you as a person. Now, but before we get to the heart of the business of the day, I want to give you a disclaimer. And now this disclaimer is to state that I'm not standing here presenting to you, giving you any financial advice of any nature. I'm simply sharing my previous or past experience in terms of the cryptocurrency space. I'm still a student of cryptocurrency. I'm still a student of network marketing. I'm not employed by any company to be doing this presentation. I'm doing it in my personal behalf, and also representing other members who extended the invitation to you to be part of this meeting. And we are not, or I am not going to be promising anyone any return on investment. Should you decide to partner with us, or should you decide to partner with Mining City, there is no guarantee on any investment, because this is not an investment platform. If any person would like to do any investment, you should visit an investment financial institution. They are going to give you their financial products. Now, I'm simply a network marketing professional who discovered this profession along my seasons of life. Along my journey in life, I discovered network marketing and cryptocurrencies. And as I've been in the space, I've discovered that it can liberate quite a lot of people out there. And my favorite part of it is that it doesn't require any professional qualification. Now, so with that being said, I know all of you came here and you were told that we want to give you information, knowledge about Bitcoin, and you can make money out of Bitcoin. So how does one get to make money out of Bitcoin? And how does the whole thing function? How does the whole thing work? Okay, so guys, but before we get to that, I know quite a number of you guys have been exposed to a book titled The 21st Century Business Model by Robert Kiyosaki. Now, in that book, you are going to find what we call a cash flow quadrant. Now, what a cash flow quadrant talks to is the 4 ways in which an ordinary person like myself and yourself can secure an income in the 21st century, which we are living in the 21st century right now. So now these are the 4 ways in which this guy points out as ways in which a person can, an ordinary person can actually get an income today. So he says that there is 4 quadrants, which makes it a cash flow quadrant. We have got an employee and self-employed person, personnel on the left side of the cash flow quadrant. We also have a business owner as well as an investor on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Now, an employee as well as a self-employed person are regarded as poor people, according to Robert Kiyosaki. Now, he says that he regards these people as poor people simply because on the left side of the cash flow quadrant, you find people who have to trade their time to make an income or a living at the end of the day. So as an employee or as a self-employed person who own a job. Now, let's take, for example, a practicing lawyer, a person who simply open their own law firm. Let's take, for example, a person who is a practicing doctor, a person who has opened their own practice. Now, as a self-employed or is regarded as a self-employed, this person still needs to trade their time for money at the end of the day for them to secure an income. Now, as an employed person, you trade your time for money. How do you do that? The fact that you have to wake up in the morning and you have to be at your workplace at a certain specified time by your employer, which you do not determine yourself, it means that you are selling your time for you to secure an income at the end of the day. So now, looking into these 2 people, a self-employed person is a better person because they do have a little bit of time leverage, even though even this person can take some time out. What it means is that there is no income that's coming their way. But as employed person, you do not have such luxury because you need to submit to your time. You need to be at your workplace at the time that is specified by another person, by a third person, meaning that you do not control either time or your finance because you're not the one who determines how much you're going to get paid at the end of the month as well. Now, Robert Kiyosaki says that looking into the left side of the cash flow quadrant, it is where you would find 95% of the world population. And looking into the right side of the cash flow quadrant, it's where you will only find 5% of the world population. Yet, if you were to compare it or if you were to look into it in terms of the wealth sharing, there is only 5% of wealth sharing on the left side of the cash flow quadrant, which means that the employee as well as a self-employed personnel share 5% of the world wealth. Whereas on the other side, a business owner as well as an investor, they share 95% of the world wealth. Okay, so just get to imagine that. So now, with this being said, who doesn't want to be on the right side of the cash flow quadrant? So now we are living in an evolving world. We are living in a changing world where you find that the way we used to do things in the last 5 years is not the same way we are doing things today in any sector of the economy. The way things used to be done 5 years back and the way things are done today and going forward is not the same way, meaning that we are living in a changing environment, living in a changing world. So as an individual or as a person, you need to adapt, you need to embrace change and change with the world. Otherwise, if you are left behind, you are going to be a needy person one way or the other. Now, looking into the right side of the cash flow quadrant, you find a business owner as well as an investor. So who is a business owner and who is an investor? A business owner is defined as a person who has identified or who has designed a system, and this system is generating an income on their behalf. So as a business owner, you design the system, and the system is generating an income on your behalf. Now, Robert Kiyosaki identifies a business as any entity which employs over 500 human capital. Now, as an investor, you are a person who has got money, you have worked, you have made your money, and now you want your money to work for you. So you will need to invest this money into assets or into systems where it's going to multiply. Now, in other terms, what it means is that you are getting your money to work for you. So you are simply getting money, your money, to make more money for you. But now, normally, or from my experience, everyone would want to be on the right side of the cash flow quadrant. Everyone would want to own their time. Everyone would want a situation where, while they are on holiday, they are still getting paid. There is income coming their way, or most of the people. So now, I have identified that during my 2 years in this business, there is two types of people that I normally come across. There is people who are simply seeking to multiply their wealth. Now, it means that this person has made money, but they are looking for other alternatives of multiplying their wealth. Sorry, guys. So this person is simply seeking ways in which they can multiply their wealth. And the second person now, we have a person who is thinking, sitting there, how can I get myself up to make more money? What other means can I get into to make extra money so that I can sustain my living? So now, with the system that I'm going to be introducing you to, all that is going to be covered, all that is going to be taken care of. So we want to a system. We are introducing you to a system where you're going to move from the left of the cash flow quadrant right to the right side of the cash flow quadrant. And how is that so? Now, we are going to introduce you to cryptocurrencies, introducing you to cryptocurrencies. What is cryptocurrencies? What is Bitcoin? And other cryptocurrencies that we're going to talk more about. Now, talking of cryptocurrencies, we are simply talking of 100% digital money, which a person can use the same way you use your South African rand. But to be more specific, we are going to look into what we call the cryptocurrency that is called Bitcoin, which I believe almost each and every person who is on this call has heard or knows something about Bitcoin. But all you are simply wanting to know is, how can I generate wealth out of Bitcoin? How can I make money through Bitcoin? Because you have heard that there is money to be made through Bitcoin. So that's exactly what I want us to get into right now. But before we get to that, I want to share with you guys, even before you get to know what is Bitcoin, how Bitcoin, why Bitcoin, where Bitcoin, and how best you can position yourself with this evolution. Now, the secret to making it in Bitcoin, or the secret to making it in cryptocurrency space, from my previous 2 years of existence in this space, is that it takes knowledge, the accumulation strategy, and patience. So now, from this call, what you are going to go away with is knowledge plus accumulation strategy. Now, when it comes to patience, I won't know where we can buy that for you. I won't know where we can get that for you, but all I know is that it is the most important part of this, and you need it. How are you going to get it right? How are you going to accumulate if it's accumulated? How are you going to buy it, or how are you going to get it into your head, into your heart, or into your system? I won't know how you're going to do that, but that's the most important part in this. So for you to create wealth, for you to make real money in the cryptocurrency space, you need patience. It takes a lot of patience. So the first thing is knowledge. If you've got a notepad and a pen, you can write this down. If there's anything that I would like you to take out of this presentation or out of this meeting, is that in the cryptocurrency space, or the secret to making it in cryptocurrency space, is you need knowledge, the accumulation strategy, plus patience. So now, out of these three, we can only provide you with two, which is what you're going to go out of this meeting with. I don't know in terms of patience how we can deal with that and where we can get that. But if you can get these three right, you are guaranteed you're going to make it in the cryptocurrency space. Now, let's talk about this Bitcoin, the evolution of Bitcoin and all that. So Bitcoin is money like your South African rand, United States dollar, euro, yen, and so on. Now, the only difference between Bitcoin and all the other currencies that we know of, the only difference between Bitcoin and all the other currencies that we know of, how can I remove? Winnie is sharing. I don't know how I can do this. All right, I got it right. Thank you so much. So now, when it comes to the cryptocurrency space, guys, like I've already said, you need knowledge, accumulation strategy, plus patience. Now, from this meeting, we're going to provide you with knowledge plus the accumulation strategy. When it comes to knowledge, it's up to you. I don't know where you're going to get that and how you're going to acquire that. Now, when we're talking of cryptocurrencies, we are simply talking of the new money, is the current money and the future money. So now the main purpose of money is for people to be able to transact. Now we have brought money from back in the day where our forefathers used to transact using barter trade, where they would, maybe someone give you 5 sheep and you give them a cow, or I give you, yes, I've stopped sharing the slide. I'm going to go back to the slide. I just want to explain this a little bit, leadership. Thank you for that. So now, money has been evolving over time. From the barter trade, they got to use what we call primitive monetary system, where they would exchange gold, silver, copper, platinum, and other commodities against goods and services, because they believe that there is an element of monetary value attached to these commodities. So these were commodities of value that could be exchanged for goods and services. And now the government of China then decided to bring in what we call silver money. So silver money was brought into the market. From silver money, paper money was introduced. So remember, it's the evolution of money over time. So paper money was introduced. From paper money, electronic money was introduced, which is the reason why nowadays, for you to get paid, you just get an in contact that notifies you that a certain amount has been deposited into your account. Then you would believe that I've been paid. Do you need to go to the bank to verify if indeed you have been paid? None of us does that. You just start spending your money. It's because you believe that there is money in your account. Now, from the electronic money, we're talking of bank wires. Now we're talking cryptocurrency. So it evolves over time. Now, cryptocurrencies were introduced in 2009 by a known guy known as Satoshi Nakamoto. Now, this happened after the Great Recession. So whenever a recession takes place, it means that all the markets they shut down, they drop. All parts of the markets, be it stock market, whichever market, property market, whichever market you can think of, it drops. Now, so the 2008 recession is what triggered the introduction of Bitcoin, which was introduced as a currency that was not going to be controlled by any government, any entity, or by any individual, but that was meant to be based on the market forces, and these market forces being the demand and supply. So it's the protocol, demand and supply of these cryptocurrencies, even though we're getting governments now slowly coming into the space. So now, in any evolution, wherever there is an evolution, you'll find out that the first people to get involved is an individual person. Now, from individuals, we get companies and big corporates coming into the space. Now, from big corporates, then we would find government coming into the space. Now, why is government the last person to get involved with any monetary evolution? Is because they stand to benefit from the current system that is designed to benefit mostly the state and maybe a few individuals that are in government. So now Bitcoin was introduced as a currency that's going to be independent of that. Now we have 3 factors that are driving Bitcoin or cryptocurrencies. And these 3 factors being, we have the supply, and the supply of Bitcoins or cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin is predetermined, meaning that we certainly know that there is a specific or a certain number of these cryptocurrencies that is going to be supplied to the market to a specific date. Like for Bitcoin, there can forever be 21 million Bitcoins that can be supplied to the market up until we get to the year 2140. And now, even though we have 21 million Bitcoins to be supplied, it doesn't necessarily mean that all the 21 million Bitcoins has been supplied and it is in circulation in the market already. Now, there is a system that is predetermined and that determines how many units of Bitcoin is going to be supplied to the market every 10 minutes. Now, and that system is called Bitcoin halving. So from the 21 million Bitcoins, these Bitcoins started being supplied from 2009, and they are going to be supplied to the market up until the year 2140. And now, the process in which Bitcoins are brought into the market is called Bitcoin mining. So I know some of you, when I talk of mining, you start thinking of going underground, digging and all that. Now we're talking of smart mining, where we have machines and servers performing the mining process. In simplicity, cryptocurrency mining simply talks to the process in which newly generated Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies are brought into the market. So we've got companies all over the world that are responsible for the recording, verification, and validation of cryptocurrency transactions. So what it means is that Bitcoin is designed to be an anonymous way of sending money, which is called a peer-to-peer payment system. Meaning, if I were to send Bitcoins from my account to your account, by right, that transaction should only be known between me and you. But remember, whenever a transaction takes place, a transaction would need to be recorded, verified, and validated. Now, when we're talking of the cryptocurrency space, which is a digital space, there is no such infrastructure like your FNB, Standard Bank, ABSA, and so on, who are responsible for the recording, verification, and validation of transactions in our traditional banking system. Now, with cryptocurrencies, the process is called cryptocurrency mining. So what that simply means is that these multiple companies, what they simply do is they record, verify, validate, and maintain the blockchain technology, which is the backbone of cryptocurrencies like your Bitcoin, Ethereum, and so on. Now, so with this process of mining happening, it is predetermined that there is a certain number of Bitcoins that are going to be supplied to the market, and the Bitcoin supply over the years, up until we get to year 2140, is going to be diminishing. Meaning over the years, the supply of Bitcoin is going to keep going down. Now, on the other hand, contrary, the demand of Bitcoin, on the other hand, keeps going up. So what it means is that we have this demand of Bitcoin which keeps going up, and the supply of Bitcoin that's kept already at 21 million, and which is going to be diminishing over time. I'm sorry, guys. So what happens is that if any commodity is highly demanded, and on contrary, it is short supplied, its value tends to appreciate. Now, this is exactly what triggers the value of Bitcoin to appreciate over time. So it's the protocol itself, which is predetermined, versus the demand and supply on the other side. So the supply of Bitcoin over time keeps going down, and the demand of Bitcoin over time keeps going up. And that simply means that you want to own these Bitcoins, you want to own at least a fraction of these Bitcoins. By owning a fraction of these Bitcoins, it simply means that as the demand goes up, you are making money in the process in terms of our fiat currency. When I'm talking of our fiat currency, I'm simply referring to your South African rand, the United States dollar, euro, and so on. So you need to have Bitcoins, you need to accumulate Bitcoins. Yes, at the beginning of this session, I told you guys, all that is important is for you to have knowledge, accumulation strategy, and patience. So now, when Bitcoin mining started in 2009, the number of Bitcoin that was supplied to the market every 10 minutes. So this is what happens. We've got companies all over the world that are responsible for the process of mining. But in doing this mining, good people, listen to this carefully, they are doing it in a competitive manner, which then qualifies Bitcoin to be a decentralized currency, unlike your fiat currency, which is simply printed by the Federal Reserve or by the Reserve Bank. By the way, most of the people have always had this misconception of thinking that the Reserve Bank or the Federal Reserve is government owned. It's not government owned, it's privately owned. There is private banks that own the a Federal Reserve, but just that the Federal Reserve is the bank that will oversee the operations of all the merchants and commercial banks. But otherwise, now it is the bank that's given the powers to print money into the market, which is the reason why you realize that money is created out of people. Banks make money out of people, to be honest, good people. Now, what it means is that they simply lend money that does not even exist within them to you and charge you interest. Now, so when we come to the cryptocurrency space, now that element of central authority, that element of authorized central authority doesn't exist. Why? Because we've got these multiple companies that are in the process of verifying, recording, and validating these cryptocurrency transactions. Now, what these guys would get in return, because remember, it's business for them, they are not doing it out of voluntary, they are doing it as business. So their business is to do the recording, verification, validation of and maintenance of the blockchain technology. Now, what they get in return is what we call a block reward. Now, this block reward comes with a certain number of Bitcoins. And this block reward over time gets reduced. Every 4 years, the block reward that is given to miners as a reward gets reduced by half. So from 2009 to 2012, the miners were getting a block reward that is equivalent to 50 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. From 2012 to 2016, miners were getting 25 Bitcoins, meaning that was reduced by half. Now, from 2016 to 2020, miners would get 12.5 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. From 2020 March to date, which is up to 2023, miners will be getting 6.25 Bitcoins every 10 minutes. From 2024 to, for the next 4 years, miners will be getting 3.125. So what this simply shows you is that Bitcoin is becoming scarcer and scarcer as a commodity now, which is the main reason why you should accumulate these Bitcoins, is because as it becomes more scarcer, and on contrary, the demand is going up, it means that you are making money in the process if you are holding to a certain fraction or Bitcoins. That's the whole reason why we are always making noise, trying to get you to understand Bitcoin, trying to get you to buy into Bitcoin, because if you buy into Bitcoin, you are increasing the demand of Bitcoin, which is already short supplied. So what it means is that I, as a person who is already holding Bitcoins, as it is appreciating in value, I'm making profits in the process. So I have always got people from social media asking me, so if you are making money out of this Bitcoin, why should we get involved? Why should we partner with you? Why should you make so much noise and want us to join your thing? Guys, you are not joining my thing. By you joining Bitcoin, you are simply increasing the demand of Bitcoin. You are simply improving the ecosystem of Bitcoin. And now by so doing, people who are already holding Bitcoins, they are making profits in the process. And if you can become part of this and buy these Bitcoins, you will also want the next person to know about Bitcoin so that they can push the demand up and the value of Bitcoin is going to go up. You are also going to make profits in the process. That's the whole point. But now, some of you, so Bitcoin is three things in one. It is a transactional currency, it is a commodity, meaning that it appreciates in value over time. It is also, so as a commodity, it is a digital asset, guys. So it is also a payment system, which is a peer-to-peer payment system. So let's go back to our slide and see where we ended. I decided to talk about this out of the slide because I wanted to show you how Bitcoin works. So right now, so we have spoken about Bitcoin, how one can accumulate Bitcoin, and why one should accumulate Bitcoins. So now I'm going to introduce you to a company. Oh, remember, so we've got a little bit knowledge of what is Bitcoin, why Bitcoin, and why you should in fact get involved with Bitcoin, why you should accumulate these Bitcoins. So now let's go to the accumulation strategy. How best can a person get to accumulate Bitcoin and all the other cryptocurrencies that you can think of? So there is a company that most of us decided to partner with. So there is three ways in which you can accumulate Bitcoins and other cryptocurrencies. The first one, remember we said for Bitcoins to be released into the market, they get released through a process called Bitcoin mining. So meaning there are companies all over the world that are simply responsible for the maintenance of the blockchain, recording, verification, and validation of transactions so that they can be rewarded with the block reward that comes with a certain number of Bitcoins and other altcoins, which is other cryptocurrencies. Now, Mining City happens to be one of those companies that are mining cryptocurrencies on the blockchain. So out of the competition that they find there is a certain number, like as we speak right now, there's about 900 Bitcoins that are mined every single day. What it means is that Mining City as a company that is also in the process of mining these cryptocurrencies, they stand to get a fraction of that. And from getting a fraction of that, they then distribute that amongst the people that are leasing mining power from the company. So the CEO of Mining City is Greg Rogoski, and Mining City as a company was established in 2018. Over the past 2 years, it has grown to over 50 countries, meaning it's got members in over 50 countries. And over the past 2 years, which is a fast growing company, it has already surpassed the revenue growth of 2 billion in sales. Now, over 2 million members, and Mining City is not just a standalone company. Mining City is working in partnership with 2 strategic partners, and these strategic partners being Minebase as well as Btcv.com. Now, if you were to check on the Bitcoin blockchain, you will realize that Btcv.com is one of the largest pools that are mining Bitcoins there. Now, Mining City uses Btcv.com as their mining pool for Bitcoin. That is why Mining City becomes a strategic partner for Btcv.com. Minebase becomes the company that is operating Mining City, mining machines, and these mining machines are located in Kazakhstan. So if a person would want to verify, or if a person was to want to do their due diligence as to whether this is a legit platform where they're going to be putting their money or not. So you can simply look at the background of the person behind the company. Those are the things, or those are the pointers that I can give you. Now, get to know cryptocurrencies, get to know Bitcoin. What I've just given you is to enlighten you as to what it is and how it works, but you can get to know more about that at your own space. Now, but the pointers are get to know cryptocurrencies, get to know the people behind the company that you want to put your money into, because it is almost not feasible for a person to mine Bitcoins in their own right now. So the best way is to partner with a company that is mining these cryptocurrencies, lease mining power from them, and also become a miner, which is what most of us are doing. Each and every person that invited you to this call, they are doing that. So now you can also check Eyal Abramovich, which is the CEO of Minebase. Minebase being one of the top 10 Bitcoin mining companies ranked in the world right now. And I doubt that if this company is ranked as one of the top 10 mining companies, one would regard it as a failing company. It's one of the best companies in the world. So now what it simply entails is that if putting your money into Minebase, you certainly know that I'm putting my money into a secure structure and into a renowned company. So, but you can still, you're allowed to go and do your own due diligence. But what I normally say to people is that when it comes to cryptocurrencies, the best day to get involved with cryptocurrencies is the first day you get to hear about it. Why? It can take you quite a lengthy time to fully understand what exactly happens. But if you can only hold these 3 things, if you can only master 3, knowledge, accumulation strategy, and patience, then you are certainly going to make it in the cryptocurrency space. So now these are the mining products that you find in Mining City. At the present moment, the best performing product is being Bitcoin mining. So they also mine Bitcoin Vault as well as electric cash. Now you can also read more about those so that you can get more information on that. Now let's look at the why do you qualify Bitcoin as a digital asset? Bitcoin was introduced in 2009, and in 2010, the value of 1 Bitcoin. So listen to this carefully, good people, because this is where the demand and supply plays a big role in the value appreciation of Bitcoin. Now, 2010, 1 Bitcoin was trading at a value of 140 cents. 2012, Bitcoin was trading at a value of around about 700 rands. 2015, Bitcoin is trading at 3,000 rands per Bitcoin. So just imagine, in 2010, we had the World Cup. So how many Bitcoins do you think you could have bought back in the day? So 2016, 1 Bitcoin goes to 8,000 rands per Bitcoin. 2017, Bitcoin goes up to 11,000 rands per Bitcoin. And at the end of the year, it went as high as 320,000 rands per Bitcoin. 2018, Bitcoin goes to 38,000 rands per Bitcoin. 2020, Bitcoin closes at 395,000 rands per Bitcoin. And April 2021, 1 Bitcoin was trading at 978,000 rands per Bitcoin. Just last month, 1 Bitcoin was trading at around about 700,000 rands. And today, as we speak, 1 Bitcoin is 992,000 rands. So all I want you to tell me is, which asset portfolio can you think of that has outperformed Bitcoin in terms of value appreciation over the past 11, 12 years of existence? There is none. There is absolutely none. Guys, there is absolutely no asset that has outperformed Bitcoin in terms of value appreciation over the past 12 years of existence. So what it means is that if we were to give Bitcoin 10 years from now, what value can you attach to Bitcoin? And now that you know about Bitcoin today, what action would you have taken for you to at least have something in Bitcoin such that as it continues appreciating in value, you're also going to be enjoying the fruits of making money in the process? All right, so remember the secret. The secret to making it in crypto: knowledge, accumulation strategy, plus patience. Now, let's get to the accumulation strategy. Like I said, so this is our mining farm in Kazakhstan. One of our leaders, Remabo, visited the facility just before COVID happened to verify if indeed there is a mining facility and they are mining the cryptocurrencies which they claim that they're mining, of which that was validated. So what it means is that you are simply putting your money into a safer place. All right, now let's get to the accumulation strategy. How does a person get involved with Mining City? Remember, I said there's 3 ways you can accumulate the cryptocurrencies, actually 4. You can mine them so that you can get fresh Bitcoins. You can buy and hold them from a cryptocurrency exchange of your choice. You can trade them. You can accept them as a form of payment. So all these 4 are ways in which a person can accumulate these Bitcoins. Awesome. So becoming part of Mining City, we have 6 ways in which you can become part of Mining City. So Mining City simply says that understanding that different people have got different disposable incomes out there, now we are going to give them 6 different options in which a person can get involved Mining City with, depending on their disposable income and their goals. So becoming a Mining City member, like I said, there's people who have money and they want to get their money to work for them. So obviously that person would want to go for a platinum plan. And there's people who doesn't have money, but who want to use Mining City as a vehicle to make money, which is what exactly happened with me when I was starting with Mining City. I didn't have any money, but I was seeing a business opportunity where I can make money so that I can also become an investor at a certain stage in time. So now, how does that work? So you can start with Mining City simply leasing a mining contract of 1,100 days. Your mining will start 10 days from the day you start mining for all the mining plans that you can purchase from Mining City. And now, Mining City says that the first mining plan that you can purchase with them, which is the least, we normally call it student's plan. It's a primary plan, which is $400. Now, if you want it in South African rands, the person who invited you to this call, they will have to convert it to South African rands for you. Now, our standard plan, which is $800, $1,600 for bronze plan, silver plan, that's $3,200, gold plan, that's $5,600, platinum plan, that's $16,800. So obviously, now the higher the money you inject, the higher the earning you are bound to, or you can potentially get. So we can never expect to get paid the same way a platinum holder get paid. If you are a gold plan holder, if you are a silver plan holder, if you're a bronze plan holder, standard plan holder, or a primary plan holder. But what it simply means is that you become a Mining City member through a person who actually invited you to this call. They have the rights to actually get you involved with Mining City. Why? Because Mining City employs network marketing as their distribution model. Now, in terms of earnings, one would want to ask, if I put in so much, how much would I get? Guys, remember, your aim is to want to accumulate these cryptocurrencies. Your aim is not coming here to get paid in South African rands. We have had it with getting paid with South African rands. So your aim of coming into the cryptocurrency space is you want to get paid in cryptocurrencies. Is that not so? So what you get paid here is the fractions of accumulations of Bitcoins over time. You start accumulating from day 10, from the day you become a Mining City member, for the next period of 3 years, which is 1,100 days. So these are the 6 mining players that you can get involved with Mining City with. Now, over and above that, Mining City gives us a business opportunity, and this business opportunity is simply network marketing opportunity. Remember, I spoke of 2 different people that become members of this Mining City. A person who has already generated their wealth, they simply want other means of making money, and they want to diversify into cryptocurrencies. That person can simply come into Mining City, purchase 5 platinum plans. There's nothing that limits or stop them from doing that. Or that person can simply come here, purchase platinum, gold, and whatever. There's no limitation. But now there is me who come into Mining City and I don't have really so much money, but I'm seeing a potential of making money. Why? I've got time. So it's either you have money or you have time. So if you have time, trade your time to make money. If you have money, get your money to make you more money from Mining City. It's all possible. You can do that. So I'm here, I have time, I don't necessarily have so much money, but I would like to make money out of the system. How do I go about with that? Mining City simply says that over and above the accumulation strategy that we have given you through listing mining power, you can also become an independent distributor of our product, meaning you can share this knowledge with other people. As you are doing that and get these people into the system, we are going to reward you for doing that, which then qualifies Mining City to be using network marketing as their distribution model. So how does that work? What are the compensation structure like? What is the compensation structure like? So we get paid in 3 ways with regards to Mining City compensation structure. The first way is called a binary cycle bonus. Now, a binary cycle bonus pays between $200 and $2,800 per day, depending on your rank on the system. How does this work? Now, for every plan that you sell as a distributor to other people, you get credits out of that. Platinum plan will give you 21 credits. Gold plan will give you 7 credits. Silver plan will give you 4 credits. Bronze plan gives you 2 credits. Standard plan gives you 1 credit. Primary plan gives you 0.5 credits. Right. Now, how do we then convert these credits into cash? Okay. Remember, I want to make money out of Mining City through distributing their products, through distributing this mining power to other people. What does it happen? How does it happen? Mining City says that every time you get to accumulate 5 credits on the left, 5 credits on the right, you get a one-time bonus of $200 equivalent to Bitcoins. So you'll get Bitcoins worth $200. But how do you get to accumulate these credits? Like I've already said, every time a person buys a platinum plan, that's 21 credits, gold, that's 7, silver, that's 4, bronze, that's 2. Now, let's say I enroll this person on my left and they get to buy a platinum plan. So it means I'm going to place this person on the left side of my binary structure. Remember, guys, this is not a pyramid scheme. This is a binary structure. I've got a lot of people who have confusion when it comes to a pyramid scheme and a binary structure. Let me clarify this. Any network marketing business is going to have this structure. We call it a payment system. Why? Because we built our business through what we call a binary structure. Now, a pyramid scheme, on contrary, it is a scheme where people get paid out of other people getting into the structure. So whether you come into Mining City or not, we still get our mining earnings. But should you come in, we also get bonus for bringing you into the structure. Okay, instead of Mining City spending money on advertisement and all that, they pay us for the job well done. So if I get this guy on my right buying a gold plane, I'm going to get 7 credits at the end of the day. So this qualifies me to get a binary bonus. So Mining City will come here and deduct 5 credits. I remain with 2 credits on my right, and I remain with 16 credits on my left. In return, the company will give me a one-time bonus of $200 worth of Bitcoin. Now, if this guy is a network marketer and says, I've got 2 guys, one guy wants to come in with a platinum plan, and this other guy also wants to come in with a platinum plan because they decided to buy a plan that I bought. So what it means is that on that day, this guy will receive 21 credits left and 21 credits on the right. The system gives this guy $800, not $200, because how many 5 credits are there in 20 credits? There is 4. And how many side bonuses? There are 4 multiplied by 2. That's going to give us 800. Now, Mining City says that I'm going to also get these credits because the system believes that I did something. I introduced this guy to the business, and now he's working the business, which is where leverage comes in. There's so much leverage in network marketing. If I was to confess, guys, now what made me to really consider network marketing, it was leverage that I was seeing from the system. Now, the second bonus that kicks in is called a binary match up bonus. This is how the binary match up bonus works. Mining City says that for every person that you assist to make $200 in your structure, you are going to get a one-time bonus of $10 equivalent to Bitcoins. Now, this is my favorite bonus. Why? It's because it shows how much work am I putting, how many people am I helping to make this $200. I understand the $200 fair and fine, but I'm more interested in getting more $10 than the $200. All right. Now, this guy got paid $800, and on that same day, I'm going to get $40 from the binary match up bonus. So if I can have 10 people making $200, it means I'm going to be having, at the end of the day, I'm going to be having $100. So if it can happen for 30 days, it means I'm going to make myself $3,000, which is about 49,000, 48,000 rands. So you can actually create a salary for yourself there. Now, let's go to the last bonus that we get paid, last but not least. Now, we've got what we call a level up bonus. How does a level up bonus work? Mining City says that this is an active income now. For every person who you directly introduce to Mining City, you get paid commissions. So for person number 1 to person number 5, we call them Team A, you are going to get paid 5% referral commission. Now, this 5% is calculated based on which mining plans did these people purchase. From your person number 6 to infinity, you are going to get paid 10%. Now, over and above that, as you grow within the structures of Mining City, there is certain bonuses that you get. The first rank is a city builder. You qualify for a one-time bonus of $100. City developer, you qualify for a one-time bonus of $250. City manager, you qualify for a one-time bonus of $3,500. City chief manager, you qualify for a one-time bonus of $50,000. City you qualify for a one-time bonus of $100. Governor, you qualify bonus. So this is that in terms of the money side of things, guys. Excuse me for that. In terms of the money side of this is that. Now, I don't know if there is anyone, because this brings us to the end of our presentation, to the end of our session. But now I want to open this room for questions. Do we have anyone with questions? Question time, good people. If you were listening, certainly you have questions. If there is anyone in the room or in the room was attentively listening, you certainly have questions, and this is your time. I normally say to people, the most stupid question is an asked question. Why? Because if you do not ask your question, then how are you going to get answers to it? We need to sort that out. So anyone with a question, good people, before we close it for tonight, it's almost 8, it's almost 9 p.m. Anyone with a question, good people? Question time. Okay, someone says, can you please explain the last part where you separate 5 credits? All right. So this takes us back to the binary cycle bonus, where I said, Mining City says that once you are placed in a binary cycle or in a binary structure, every time you introduce people to Mining City, it's either you place them on the right of your structure or on the left of your structure. But now, as you place these people in your structure, you are going to be accumulating credits. Now, how do you get to accumulate these credits? Remember, we've got 6 products of Mining City: primary plan, standard, bronze, silver plan, gold plan, and platinum plan. Now, what happens is that when you refer someone to Mining City and this person decides to purchase any of these mining plans, it's either these people are going to be placed in the left of your structure or on the right of your structure, depending on your placement settings. You are the one who is going to determine where you want to place a certain person. So now, I gave an example to say, if I was to introduce this guy, and this guy decides to buy a platinum plane, it means I'm going to get 21 credits on that particular day. And if I introduce another guy on my right, I place them here, they decide to buy a gold plan, it means I've got 7 credits on my right. Now, for me to qualify for a one-time binary cycle bonus, I need to have accumulated at least 5 credits on my left plus 5 credits on my right. So for me to qualify for a one-time bonus of $200 worth of Bitcoins. So the system will come here on that day, deduct 5 credits, I remain with 2 credits. Go to my left, deduct 5 credits, I remain with 16 credits. In return, the company gives me a one-time bonus of $200. So if this guy decides to bring in their own people, and this guy decides to buy platinum plan, and this one decides to buy a platinum plan, it means this guy is not only going to make $200, because the system will deduct 20 credits, he remains with 1. System deducts 20 credits on the right, he remains with 1 credit. In return, the company gives him $800. On top of that, I'm going to get plus 42 credits over and above the 16 credits that I remained from yesterday. I'll get plus 42 credits. Where are they coming from? 21, 21. So meaning at the end of the day, I'll be sitting at 58 credits on my left. I don't know if that question still stands or if it's answered. Is your question answered, good people? What is that question? Tandima Gagula says, how do I make a withdrawal? So now, once you purchase your mining power, it means you have a contract of mining of 1,100 days, which we can say maybe 3 years. Now, should you see or realize that you have accumulated enough money within this space of time and you would want to withdraw some money to your account, all you simply do is you simply need to withdraw your money from Mining City to a cryptocurrency exchange that you are using. so that you can convert it from Bitcoins to your local currency, then you withdraw it through to your bank. Of which, once you become a member, we have training sessions where we show people on how to go about with that. I don't know, Tandy, if I'm answering your question. Avuya, I would suggest that if you are a new person in this and someone would like you to explain it to them, please be honest with the person to say, I don't have adequate knowledge, but I know you might be interested in knowing about this. You invite that person to meetings of this nature, then we are going to do the explanation on your behalf, because we normally end up getting people who explain this wrong to people, and at the end of the day, they find themselves in a tight corner or having ruined their relations with other people because they wrongly explained this to the next person. So I would recommend that if you are not in a position to explain it fully by yourself, the best way to do it is to get the person that got into your structure, explaining it to the person, or simply invite that person to meetings of this nature. We also do physical meetings, like this coming weekend, we are going to be in PE. On the 30th of October, we're going to be in Durban, and there's other days that are yet to be introduced. So I almost forgot that, good people, we're going to be having a presentation, Clinicals Auditorium in PE on Saturday. And on the 31st of October, we're going to be in Durban. And the person who invited you to this call, if you're around those places, they are going to extend an invitation to a physical meeting so that you can meet up with people who have been in the space, who have met in the space, and you can see and meet up with the very people that we're talking about. You also do not want to miss out on our gala dinner. We are going to be having our gala dinner as we are in a 90-day game plan. The 90-day game plan simply talks to the 90-day campaign that you are running simply talks to making 1 million in 90 days. So we're going to be celebrating people who are going to have achieved that on the 27th of November. Tickets are selling at 2,500. What you simply do is to visit the Fox Nation website. You'll be able to purchase your ticket, or simply talk to the person who invited you to this call. You are also invited to the gala dinner. Even if you are not a member yet, feel free to purchase a ticket and be there. I tell you, for me to really get baptized in cryptocurrency, it was because of a gala dinner that was held in PE. So that might also happen to you. So Sensei says you have skipped the question, leadership. What question is that, leadership? If you can maybe Sensei, what is the question? Okay, the question that says, do you still earn without recruiting? Yes, once you become a mining city member, remember your mining contract of 1,100 days is for you to earn cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Every single day, you are going to receive a fraction from Mining City, depending on how they mined on that particular day. But now, good people, to be honest with you, we can't really tell you how much you are going to get paid, because we get paid in cryptocurrencies, we get paid in Bitcoins. So I would be lying to you if I was to say, if you purchase a platinum plan, this is plus or minus what you are going to get per day, per month, per year. I will be lying. And with the level of volatility in terms of cryptocurrencies, I can't really speculate on that. But all I'm certain and I know is that every single day we get fractions of Bitcoins deposited into our account, and in accordance to the plans that we are holding. I don't know if there is any other question that I'm not answering. So say 2, is the question answered? Yes, I've answered that question. It's the question that I've just answered. So I can see we are running out of time. It's already 9:06. Do we still have any more questions, good people? Hi guys, any more questions? Does a person get or gain or earn if he or she buy a part of Bitcoin, which is buy and hold. I don't know it in what sense. So someone asked the question, how does Btcv work? Bitcoin Vault is also a cryptocurrency like Bitcoin, and it serves a certain specific purpose in the cryptocurrency space, as it is the first cryptocurrency which has the highest level of security in the history of cryptocurrencies. So it enables you to send coins, or let's say it protects you from losing your coins in an event that someone decides to steal your coins. You can reverse that transaction within 24 hours, which doesn't happen with Bitcoin or any other cryptocurrency. So it's a new cryptocurrency that is in the market, and you are free to accumulate it should you want to do so, because all I can say to you, good people, with cryptocurrencies, you are buying into a potential project. So all these are projects, but the very best or mature project that we talk about right now is Bitcoin. It is a highly mature project. There is so many other projects that you can buy into. You can simply buy into their potential. We're simply buying into a potential of a project. Okay, so you can also buy and hold these cryptocurrencies from different cryptocurrency exchanges. But I'll always stand by saying, given a chance, I would prefer earning cryptocurrency than buying and holding. My reason for that is this. If I was to decide to take 100,000 and buy Bitcoin, I would buy a certain fraction of Bitcoin. And I can never have more than that. But should I decide to become a Mining City member and earn Bitcoins as I'm earning fractions of Bitcoins every single day, and also getting other people to partner with Mining City, because a person who says I can't recruit other people, I can't get other people to Mining City, trust me, that's not true. How many people do you meet out there? How many people do you think you know and would want to be exposed to the cryptocurrency space? So it's not about you going around saying, hey, do you want to know about Bitcoin and all that? It's about the conversations that you're going to have with other people. The fact that you are here today and you get to know about cryptocurrencies is going to allow you, all the environments that you're going to move around in, you will start hearing people talking about Bitcoin. Why? Because you are now exposed to the space. It's easy for you to identify the people that might be interested in wanting to know about Bitcoin. And okay, so I would always prefer earning Bitcoins because I can spend them. It's not easy to spend Bitcoins that you bought to hold, but it is easy to spend Bitcoins that you earned. Why? Because you know you can still earn more. So I will always advocate for earning Bitcoins than buying Bitcoins. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but for those who are really listening to me, yeah. Okay, does a person get gain in buy and hold? Yes, you buy and hold, you only gain when it is appreciating in value, but if it goes down, remember it's volatile. If it goes down, which is the reason why they normally say, invest what you are prepared to lose in cryptocurrencies. Why? Remember, Bitcoin in 2017 was once 320,000 rands. Just in 2018, it went as low as 38,000 rands. So if you are a person who was not doing it for long term, you are not going to survive that dip. And it was the longest dip of cryptocurrencies because it only went up in 2020. Just imagine from 2018. So what it means is that, remember the secret to making it in crypto: knowledge, accumulation strategy, plus patience. You have got the knowledge now, you've got the accumulation strategy, all the accumulation strategies I've given them to you, but I don't know of patience where you can get this one, where you can buy this one if it is sold somewhere, but you need that the most. All right. So when I'm saying I prefer earning, when I buy a mining plan from Mining City, I earn Bitcoins. When I take money, go to a cryptocurrency exchange, buy Bitcoins, I would have bought Bitcoins. Whatever I bought is what I'm going to hold on to. Should I decide to spend that, it means I've got no more Bitcoins, but with earning, even if I was to spend what I have earned, I will still continue earning Bitcoins. I will still continue doing business and mining city, earning more Bitcoins. I don't know if that does make any sense. Avia, does it make any sense? Okay, thank you. Okay, with that being said, good people, I would like us to close it here for tonight. Thanks for everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate your time, staying with us this long. Appreciate your data, appreciate your time, even though you've got so much knowledge tonight. And I would like to say to you guys, please extend the knowledge, share with other people. They also want to know about Bitcoin. You don't want to make money out of Bitcoin by yourself. This space doesn't want selfish people. You need to be selfless. Otherwise, thank you so much, good people. Good night. We're going to be ending it here. Have a great night. Love you all.